Hey everybody, Chris Collard here. I'm with
Sean Holman.
Guru Sean Holman from All Things Off-Road.
Yeah, lots of things off-road these days.
And we're in Snow Canyon. And that's exciting, but more exciting, what are we driving?
So these are the 24 Wrangler, what they call the mid-cycle refresh, or the MCA. So it's basically the JL that you know and love, made a little bit better. Jeep's done a lot of great things. They've simplified the drivetrain lineup. Yes, the 392 is still available. We're actually driving one right now, so don't fear another year of that. But they also did some really cool things, like on the Rubicons with the full float rear axle to up the towing capacity to 5,000 pounds. You get a 8,000 pound winch, and then also new interior with a 12.3 inch screen and a ton of tech with Uconnect 5. So they've done a lot of things with cameras and tech. A little bit more refinement, a little quieter.
So we've still got the 8 models. Willys 392. The new one's going to be the X.
Yeah, so Rubicon X is a new lineup, and basically that includes the steel bumpers and 35 2-inch lift. And now no more e-torque engines. You either have the 2-liter turbo, the 2-liter turbo 4xe, the 3.6, or the 392 for 24.
So it's all the Jeeps that we've always loved, but a lot of technology changes. So they've got power seats, right? You're like, why would you have power seats on a Wrangler, right?
Waterproof
power seats. I'm kind of mixed about that. I always worry about things that are low to the ground that are going to get wet, but they say they're waterproof.
They showed a video fording at 34 inches with water flooding the floorboards and them adjusting the seat. Another interesting thing that is something that doesn't sound like that big of a deal. There's some new sound deadening, some foam in the windshield header, some strategic other fabrics, carpets, things to quiet down the interior. And there's now a 7 mic array all around the interior, and what that allows you to do is something like a 15 dB difference in call volume versus the previous generations. We should do that.
I should just jump in another one and call you.
And call me.
Find out how it works.
Yeah. Also, more safety. So they've done some changes to side impact, including side impact airbags are now in the plastic trim piece along the sport bar here, and so
front and back.
So now you've got side impact airbags. So a lot of meaningful changes, nothing that's crazy, but really functional changes that anybody's gonna love to have if they're in the market for 24.
This screen is something else. This thing's massive, and they've added their off-road trails. It works like our the GPS that we might use on our old Garmin or on your phone, where you can, not only does it like come with like 3,000 different trails available in the United States, but you can also put in waypoints, you can put in notes on those waypoints, and then you can actually export it to a USB. And
the fact that this screen is made so it can be viewed in direct sunlight, and also is waterproof. So if your top is off, you're caught in a rainstorm, you're not going to ruin your electronics. And then the dash is a little bit different. Everything's fully wrapped in different materials. But you'll be happy to know the windshield still folds down, the doors still come off, the top still comes off. It's still a Jeep.
I'd say we go find Sand Hollow.
Yeah, I'm anxious to get off the pavement.
And other than actually being here with a guy with hair all over his face, who called this the Tunnel of Love.
That's right. You hear the electric motor. We're in the EV mode of the 4xe. We're coming up out onto our first little ledge.
So we disconnected the sway bar.
I believe we are in Off-Road Plus, which is new to the 4xe, right?
In low range.
There we go. Walks right up, no problem.
And we got the rear locker engaged. Well, that's one of the things, when they came out with the Rubicon 20 years ago, right? Lockers. Kind of low range T-case, that was amazing.
Yeah, having a 4-to-1 with front and rear lockers from the factory, and 31s was pretty unheard of. I mean, the Rubicon, the original TJ Rubicon set the stage for the modern off-road package that everybody in the industry is trying to duplicate now.
Well, what's amazing is the number of decades that everybody was like, you remember just trying to figure out, okay, we're doing ring and pinion gears, we're going to do like a Clune V underdrive, we're going to get the T18 with a granny low, and then put a Dana 300 behind it.
Yep.
And that'll give us like 80-to-1.
Yeah. And then today you can get, some of these vehicles like a anniversary edition level 2 with the AEV goodies on a JL. You have 101-to-1 or 100-to-1.
Final drive.
Final drive from the factory in low range with a manual. Yeah, we got this real steep sand right now. Chris calls it sugar sand, and 4xe is just eating it up. Off-Road Plus allows you to have the, a little bit different throttle calibration and things like that. You have the rear locker on, and
well, it loosens up the algorithms, so the tires aren't always like, if you have stability control or something.
You want to be able to slide it a little bit. You want a little bit of slip. You want to clear the tread out, all that kind of stuff.
Yep, so we're coming into like first little obstacle here. This reminds me of like some of the fins you might find in Moab, completely blind. All right, so you can see this thing is like really steep.
Different line than I would take,
yep.
But they've been taking people over this all day. This is a great opportunity to showcase the camera. And also the fact that in 4xe, which is the mode we're in now in electric, it doesn't have the tendency to roll backwards once you get up on an obstacle.
Yeah, what's nice is actually, so we've got a spotter.
What's happening?
I don't know, I decided to hit every little rock I could find on the way up. So we were scraping a little bit. Wouldn't do that with a little bit larger tire.
Yeah, this
or
is
like
the 33 package.
Suspension lift on it.
And the 2 fat old guys in it.
2 fat. Hey, speak for yourself. So what I was saying is that's pretty cool on that spot, because there's a place where you cannot see the spotter unless you've done that.
We were looking at blue sky on the camera.
Well, I usually try to be like a macho guy. I'm like, no, man, I can see my line. It's like right there. I'm watching the spotter give me direction through the forward-facing camera. There's another one. Nice ledge.
Yeah, if you can see, we've got about a 10-foot drop to our left.
Yeah, it's a good one. And you got a ledge there that you want to make sure your tires are catching that ledge.
And Chris is testing out all the skid plates.
I am testing all the skid plates. So we're going to go around this again with Sean and see, because he's going to miss all of those rocks. He's not going to hit anything, right?
Never.
That was pretty cool. So just walked by with Mike from Rancho Suspensions, or formerly Rancho.
Formerly, yeah. There's a lot of off-road world alumni out here on the trail today.
There is several centuries of experience.
Yeah, just roaming right here.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So coming up those last 2 ledges, I had both lockers on, but as soon as I got to where I didn't need them, I turned them off. I basically just went to the rear locker. Because your front locker and gauge is really difficult to steer. Oh, I hit another one, Sean. You're gonna miss that one.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna take the Rubicon X out with 35. Okay. I'm gonna miss all of your stuff.
You're gonna make me look bad.
Yep. Thanks for you know, kind of trimming down the trail for me. I appreciate that.
Keep coming. Yep.
There you go. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kevin's got you over here.
I got you.
Okay, so this one is going to be the skid pan scraper right here.
So Jeep does not shy away from showing their vehicles in very tough situations for novice wheelers, and the fact that, you know, most people would be like, "Are you seriously taking me down this?" is crazy. I mean, this is a serious drop right here.
Yep.
And that's what rock rails are for.
Now we get the back.
Yep. Coming down nice and easy.
This is where you always, like, left foot braking is great going down this, or going up, but even more important because you don't launch over the top of things.
Yep, like you don't get that torque converter surge.
Right, so one of the cool things about this vehicle is that now all the Rubicons have an 8,000 pound worn winch on it.
Yeah, you get a factory 8,000 pound winch mounted to the steel bumper through the Rubicon X.
Yes.
And they're doing a demo behind us to just show what that winch looks like. A lot of people go out and buy their winches. It's jewelry. They don't realize that, you know, this is what it looks like to use it. So let's take a look. The Jeep winch has a synthetic line, which is basically the safest version. Everybody used to have aircraft cable back in the day. But you can see the angle of the winch coming out of the Jeep Fairlead. And the Jeep Fairlead's pretty cool. It's got a little hook for your, or a little resting spot for your hook. So you can power the winch out and down both ways. And there's also the free spool, so you can grab the rope and hook it up to the vehicle that you're attempting to rescue, recover, or move.
Sean, what do you think that buggy weighs? Probably about 5,000 pounds?
Yeah, maybe a little bit lighter than that, but yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah. So you have to remember that the winch is rated, you have to remember the winch
first wrap.
Yeah, first wrap, second wrap, yeah. As you get closer to the drum, it changes. And you're always, the you know, gross vehicle weight times about 1.5 is the rule of thumb for how to size your winch. Now, you can fit a 10,000 pound winch on a Wrangler, but it's overkill. 8,000 is perfect for this platform, which comes in, you know, around 5,000 pounds or so with the gross vehicle weight.
All right, awesome. So that's winching. We saw some other people going up this. This is a really steep
Right there, and
shelf.
drive towards that shrub.
Sean's got the rear locker on. And it's got a good side hill to it. Yep. Should have put the inclinometer on for this one.
You like that?
Yeah, that was
Wow.
smooth.
Unlike the
So
last guy
quiet.
who was spinning all 4 tires over and over again.
Electric mode.
faces though.
What was that? 30 degrees maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
30 up, 30 sideways. Good job, Sean, especially for your first time.
Yeah, I've never done this before. So I had it in off-road plus and also in manual first gear. So
Yep.
with the rear locker.
And the reason that you had it in manual first gear is,
Well, I was playing with select speed control
right?
and allowing the Jeep to do the work for me. With select speed control on, I have it set so we're gonna go 1 mile an hour. If I wanna go faster, I gotta give it a little bit of throttle. So I'm guessing we're coming over here, the line that I wanna choose. He's not looking at me, so I'm gonna choose my own.
This is where you're gonna hit your skid plate. Uh-huh.
You mean like you?
Oh, Sean does it too.
Just for you, Chris.
Great job.
Okay.
My first time. I mean, it was my first time today.
I mean, I can see the enthusiasm, the excitement in your eyes. It's just like going to Jeep Academy when that person puts the locker in for the first time.
So hopefully you guys are catching all this. This is the infamous Chris Gauss.
Before it was Mike Sipe giving us crap. Now it's Chris Goss giving us crap.
Last time we saw each other, we were eating tacos in Moab. Man, you can't ask for a better view. Look at this.
I mean, this is incredible. This is what Jeep is all about. Roof open.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
it's hard to beat this. It's one thing I'll say, and I may have said it before, but in case it didn't make it in the video, Jeep is one of those brands that's not afraid to show off their capability to journalists and go through some pretty difficult obstacles.
It's amazing what these things will do. Turnkey, off the showroom floor. I will say that the 392 was really fun.
Yeah,
Like,
I own a 392, and it is probably the most awesome vehicle I've ever owned. So, oops.
yeah, you had to hit that.
That was for
Come
you.
on, Sean.
That was definitely for you.
All right, guys, we're full circle. We are going out. Famous tunnel of love here at Sand Hollow. Woo!
Yay! Back to civilization.
And that was a day of driving Jeep. So if you haven't been to Sand Hollow, it's pretty cool. Put it on your bucket list. And if you're not currently driving a Jeep, definitely put one in your future. You will enjoy it. I knew you were going to do that.
Get your skid
I
plate.
knew you were going to do that. Hey guys. All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the next one.
Hey Chris, anything else I can do with the skid plates? Just make
I'm
you feel
sure you're
at
going
home?
to find it. If it's out there, you're going to find it.